Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So I have good news and bad news. Always best to start with the bad news, I think. It leaves something good for the end. So obviously the bad news is that as I'm back for another trying to conceive vlog, we obviously weren't successful last month, and I'm sorry I didn't do a live pregnancy test, but basically I tested way too early. I started testing like 8 days, 9 days, 10 days, 11 days, and because I'd done all of these and I knew that they were all negative, it just seemed all quite silly really to bother doing one of these live, and I suppose I just felt a bit deflated and I didn't really want to. So yeah, here we are again, and I'm currently on cycle day 14 of this next cycle. And yeah, this month seems a little bit different. So last month I seemed to ovulate around about cycle day 19 or 18 or 19, and it became really difficult to actually pinpoint. Basically, I took an OPK, I got a positive OPK on cycle day 18, I think it was 17, and it kind of like quickly appeared and quickly disappeared. And I was also doing my basal temperature, and I believe that I had ovulated because I had a raise in temperature, even though, to be honest with you, doing all of that, like doing the basal body temperature and the OPKs and everything and tracking everything, I've just found it all like way too much. And I basically did all of this, and I had a rise in it, but then the fertility friend app kind of like changed when it thought that I ovulated. About like 7 days later it decided, oh actually we think you ovulated later, and I was a bit like, no, I really don't think so, to be honest with you. So it all became really confusing and already kind of quite stressful really, and I didn't enjoy the month. Like, we were also baby dancing way too often. We baby danced like every single day for like 10 days straight, and it was just too much. And the month was just not a nice month of trying to conceive, to be honest. So yeah, that was unsuccessful. And so this month is different because I seem to be possibly ovulating earlier. So basically, because of last month being so stressful, we kind of decided this month not to like bother with all of the other things. So I was just going to kind of just see how it went and just baby dance every other day for most of the month and just see what happens really, which apparently is also advisable. Anyway, I'm not doing it every day. So basically, yeah, I noticed a couple of days ago, whilst we were camping, that this is going to be a bit TMI, that my cervical fluid had changed a little bit, and it had got a bit egg whitey really, to be honest with you. And I kind of ignored it, thought nothing of it, and thought it was way too early in the month for me, because normally I would ovulate a little bit later, and I believe I do. And then basically today I like went to the shower, and this is quite gross, but basically I was like pulling the cervical mucus out of it. So that's disgusting, I'm sorry, I can't believe I'm sharing this. I literally was like pulling it out of me, and I was like, oh wow, so like it must be happening some kind of time soon. Like, don't really understand that. So I then thought I'd do an OPK, see if I can like confirm anything. And so I did one, and as I was watching it, nothing really was happening. It wasn't really getting darker at all, and I just thought, oh, that's nothing really. Okay, ignored that, went and threw my urine away. And then I came back about 10 minutes later, and I had a look at it, and it was like a lot darker, and I thought, oh no, I would have used like the clear blue ovulation test thingy on it instead, like, and get a bit of an idea on it. So anyway, I lost that opportunity. But this is the that's the OPK. So yeah, it's kind of like close. It's not a positive, I'll admit that. It's not, oh, I'm all blurry. Here we go. It's not a positive, and I'll admit that, but I do think like it's not really kind of far off, to be honest. So that's showing that I'm possibly ovulating a little bit earlier this month, which is a little bit bizarre. So yeah, so cycle day 14, we'll see how it goes, and that's pretty much all I have to say on this month, to be honest with you. Just that we're just going to take it a lot quieter and a lot more sort of back to normal, and not really like recording everything and getting so stressed about it, basically, which hopefully will make a difference. You never know. So if you actually watched my last video, you would know that this is going to be the last month of trying to conceive for this year, and we are not planning to do so until the beginning of next year, because basically I already have a 5-year-old, well, it's nearly 5, little boy who's a summer born baby, and he's born 2 days before the cut-off point for school, which has been really kind of like a big issue for like us, like the whole time. I've really wished that he wasn't born at this time of the year. So we're definitely going to avoid that one. We're going to plan for that not to happen again. So this is going to be the last month, and not last month, the month before last was meant to be the last month trying this year. Then it became last month that was meant to be the last one, and then this one is definitely the last month. So if this is unsuccessful, then that will be it, I suppose, with these videos until next year now. So that's the bad news. Obviously we didn't manage to conceive this last month. And then on to the good news. So basically about a week and a half ago this happened. We got oh, is it gonna go zoom in? Is it gonna zoom in? Possibly not. That'll do. Are we gonna go back to my face? Yes. So basically we got engaged. Yeah, he finally proposed, which was amazing, to be honest with you, and we are now going to be planning a wedding. So this brings us on to my next topic, which is getting pregnant. Basically this kind of interferes rather with our trying to conceive plan, because we plan to get married next year and that is not going to fit in well. So we need to really have a think about what will happen, to be honest. We're kind of going to carry on with this month. If it's not successful, then we're going to have to like have a real chat and discuss what we actually like want to do. And I don't want a newborn, because we do, like when we get married, because we do want to get married abroad to save funds for the type of wedding that we would like. We can't really afford in this country, so we're going to do it abroad, which has its downsides, because obviously you can't have like as many people there, but we intend on having something cheap here back in this country as like a reception, and just hire a place that's kind of like nice but not like expensive, and just have like an evening shindig kind of thing. But yeah, so basically we're thinking of getting married next kind of September, yeah, like in a year's time, 2017, in September, October maybe earlier, but we'll see. Anyway, but that will kind of interfere with our trying to conceive plans, because if we were trying to conceive in January again, say we were successful that first month, which seemed pretty unlikely, but you know, forever optimistic and all that, which I'm not. Basically it would be like really bad timing, and so I don't want to be heavy pregnant, I don't want a newborn, and so maybe it would be a good idea just to like hold off, or we don't know which to hold off. Maybe hold off the wedding, hold off trying to conceive, either one of them. I don't know, to be honest. We'll just kind of go with it, I guess, and just see what happens. So yeah, anyway, the engagement story is a pretty funny one. It's an embarrassing one. It didn't go as Justin had planned, and so yeah, I'm not going to share it now, but if anyone would like me to share it, it's kind of an embarrassing story. It would make quite a good wedding speech, because it's a comical story. Basically it was not the romantic scene that you'd expect, and so if anyone wants to hear that, then yeah, of course I can make a video, just ask. But yeah, let me know if you do. If not, then I'll keep that one to myself for the moment. But yeah, so that's basically our situation, which is great. So happy and so excited to get married, but obviously the bad news is we're not pregnant yet. So yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. If you want to, like, if this is the first time you've watched this and you haven't watched my other video, then go and watch that one if you want to find out a little bit of our history, the fact that we do actually have another YouTube channel if you want to go and check that out. And if you want to meet Justin as well, he's on that other YouTube channel. And that's basically it. So I will now do another test with the clear blue ovulation test and see like what that comes out with, if it says that, you know, I'm ovulating now or not, basically. And yeah, I'll have to wait now, because obviously I got rid of the urine, so I can't do it now, but I have to wait to do it later. And we'll see if maybe this is the time, or whether maybe a few more days. But yeah, okay, bye.